Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhana Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhana Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yamunatira Panachandi Yamunatira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhana Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhana Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yashodanandana Prajajanandana Yamunatira Vanachandi Yamunatira Vanachandi Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Chittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Chittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astutarasita Sisimad Divine Grace. ISKCON founder Acharya Jagadguru A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astutarasita Sisimad Divine Grace. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananda Guri Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem Kuha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Mathura Dham ki Jai. Navadu Mayapur Dham ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Yamuna Mai ki Jai. Ganges Mai ki Jai. Tulasi Devi ki Jai. Bhakti Devi ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta-vrinda ki Jai. Nitai Gauda Premanandi. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glory to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna. Jai Bhakti Srimati Bhakti Krishna Prabhupada Shri Gaura Karana Shakti Bhakti Chaitanya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurlitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamahya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuttapada Kamala Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitanscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhani Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Pataru Vyascha Kripa Sandhyaye Vacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vṛnda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Sitis ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 3, Karma Yoga, text number 39, text 39, text 39, 39. āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena
āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena
āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena
āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena
Matajis.
āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena
jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena
āvṛtaṁ jñānam etena
jñānino nitya-vairiṇā kāma-rūpeṇa kaunteya duṣpūreṇānalena āvṛtaṁ covered. Jnānam, pure consciousness. etena, by this, jñānina, of the knower, nitya-vairiṇā, by the eternal enemy, kāma-rūpeṇa, in the form of lust, kaunteya, O son of Kuntī, duṣpūreṇā, never to be satisfied, analena, by the fire, cha, also. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. Purport. Manu-smṛti. The lust cannot be satisfied by any amount of sense enjoyment. Just as fire is never extinguished by a constant supply of fuel. In the material world, the center of all activities is sex, and thus this material world is called maithunya-āgāra, or the shackles of sex life. In the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Similarly, the criminals who are disobedient to the laws of the Lord are shackled by sex life. Advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of the material existence of a living entity. Therefore, this lust is the symbol of ignorance, by which the living entity is kept within the material world. While one enjoys sense gratification, it may be that there is some feeling of happiness, but actually, that so-called feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoyer. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 39 of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, text 39, entitled Karma Yoga. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness becomes covered by his eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is never satisfied and which burns like fire. This is one of the answers Krishna gave to Arjuna in text. What text is that? 36. 36. Arjuna asked Krishna a question. O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? This is an intelligent question of Arjuna. His question is not philosophical. His question is practical experience. Because he has feelings and he has been experiencing. Therefore, he asked this question. What is that forcing someone to act against his will? What is that? Is it the super soul? Is it you? Some personality there somewhere causing this problem. Lord Krishna gave him the answer beginning from 37 and he continued to the end of this chapter. It is not the super soul. No one else is there. So in this text, Krishna identify who is that person. Who is that person? Is lost. It is lost. What is that lost? What is lost? It is said here, āvṛtaṁ, jñānam etena. The loss covers our pure consciousness. Means we are all deluded by lust. It's a formidable enemy. Krishna used the word Mahapadma, Mahasana. Mahapadma, the great enemy of the living entity. We have so many mistaken enemies in this world, but Lord Krishna didn't count all of them as enemy. Lord Krishna said the enemy of everyone in this world is lust. And is really a formidable enemy. Formidable. Very, very intelligent enemy. Not a conditioned soul. Lust is not a conditioned soul. So we are conditioned souls. How can we combat with enemy that is stronger than us? What is the hope of conquering an enemy that is stronger than us? The possibility does not exist. Only the source of the lust can cure us. So we shouldn't be surprised. Why lust is such a great enemy, so powerful, that from the greatest person in this material world to the lowest is controlled by this enemy. No one is spared. Why is this lust so powerful? Because lust is the opposite of pure love of Godhead. When pure love of Godhead, which is the greatest thing, is turned opposite, it becomes lust. Therefore, all conditioned souls, all spirit souls are affected by this enemy. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Why is it so powerful? To give up meat eating is easy. Is it not? To give up smoking, drinking alcohol is easy. To give up gambling is easy. To give up lust, formidable enemy, because it is the opposite of pure love of Godhead. That is why it is so powerful. Any medicine which is very powerful, if it is misused, it will also destroy powerfully. So because pure love of Godhead controls everything, including Krishna himself, Krishna comes under the control of his pure love. Why the opposite will not control everyone, including Lord Brahma? So you shouldn't be surprised. You're surprised because you don't know what is lost. And we are joking with it. Here it is compared to analena. Analena. What is that? Fire. Lost burns all living entities, all conditioned souls. All conditioned souls are being burnt by the fire of lust. So, in this material world, all conditioned souls are restless. Restless. One cannot hold fire and remain peaceful. Even women who can put hand inside the fire and bring down the pot. But how long can you hold that? How long can one hold that? It just a few seconds. But lust is the fire that burns the conditioned souls until perfection. But until perfectional stage, lust still burns the conditioned souls until it is transformed into pure love of Godhead, which is our original nature. We are all eternal lovers of God. That is our nature. We are lovers of God. But the love for Krishna has become transformed into love for the self. So we can understand how it is easy for anyone to play God. Easy to play God? Even Lord Balaram couldn't play God. Who else can do it? Who can play God? Lord Balaram told Krishna, can you give me your flute, your crown, and your dress? I want to know how it looked like to be Krishna just for one day. Let me just try and see what it looked like. Krishna said, oh, that is very nice. Very nice. Take my crown, or the peacock on top of this. Take my flute. Balaram took the flute, took the crown, and put it on. While this was going on, in Mathura, the ceremony also going on between Kamsa and Asura. Kesi was sent by Kamsa to come and kill Krishna. So Asura said, how will I know Krishna when I get to Braj? How will I know? So, it's not difficult to understand. He is the only one with the peacock on his crown. And with the flute. It is easy to identify him. And he is black. So, as soon as Balaram put on all this Krishna for one day, that's for one day, he didn't last a day, only for a short while. He couldn't even handle it for a whole day. So he was in the forest there, and Kesi arrived and looking around and saw the description of a person could fit into exactly to what he has heard. Kesi came and gave Balaram a heavy cock and a heavy knock on his chest. Balaram rolled from the forest until he got to the feet of his mother, Rohini, and fell unconscious there. It took some time to regain consciousness. When he regained consciousness, he removed the crown and the flute. Please take your things back. I don't want. Krishna was smiling. What happened? No, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you what happened. It is Balaram who is Krishna's service form. The scripture and our charity, they say Balaram is not different from Krishna. The same, just one person divided into two. The only difference is the color. Still, when you have two things, you cannot give up discrimination. If I have one thing, not discrimination. If I have two things, there must be discrimination. even though they are all equal in all respect. The color is different. And if the activities are also different. So Balaram did not play Krishna for a day as he wanted. He returned everything back to Krishna. He had enough of it. And then Lord Krishna put his thing back as before. I went to the same forest because Keshasura was thinking, ha 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 ha. Kamsa, what order you are executing do, I did it. He's finished. Before he could finish his statement, Krishna was there. Ah. You sure you killed him? See him there. Oh, he came back. Let me go again. But this time he's not going to return back. Because he's going to meet
Krishna.
Yes. He came back. And Krishna did not give him a chance to kick him. Before he could kick Krishna, Krishna kicked him. And he couldn't maintain the kick of Krishna. So he left the body. And that was the end of Kesi Asura. Very powerful horse. He was killed by Krishna. So no one can play Krishna. Not possible. Even other personalities, great demons like Pandarikasura, he couldn't play Krishna also. He couldn't. He sent a message to Krishna. I heard that you are advertising yourself as Narayan. If you want to save yourself, please come and surrender to the original Narayan. Pandarika Narayan. Lord Krishna read the letter. He laughed seriously. Oh, Pandarika Narayan? So he gave the letter to his counselor, Yukta. He read the letter. Oh, he laughed seriously. And so Krishna said, so what to do? Yukta said, he just want to have your mercy. That's all. He just want to have your mercy. So as you are going to Hastinapura, you can just pass through there and do what is necessary. Give him your blessing, then you can continue and do the main thing. Just on the way. Just on the way. You know, sometimes devotees, when they are traveling, you branch somewhere to take prasadam. Right? So just branch there, give him prasad. Then you can go to see your friends. So Krishna said, okay. So when he went there, he saw Pandarikasura was on the throne with 4 hands. And the Krishna looked at him like a caricature because the 2 hands are artificial. Sometimes the sculpture have to add the artificial hand down there. But if you look carefully, you see that it is wrong. It didn't properly blend properly. Check all the sculptures. When they join other hands, the original 2 hands will be different from the remaining 2 hands. When you look very carefully, you see that. So Lord Krishna saw that. Oh, Narayan. So, yes, you have come to surrender to Narayan. Lord Krishna said, yes. But before I surrender, take my Sudarsana chakra. And he couldn't handle it. So Sudarsana chakra came and cut off his head. In this way, he got liberated. No one can play Krishna. No one can play Krishna. The living entities want to play Krishna, you will be controlled by lust, be tormented by lust. And see from time immemorial, there is no living entity who has been able to control lust without taking full shelter of Krishna. Even Vishwamitra practice was treated for 60,000 years to control lust. He failed under lust. After 60,000 years, not 6 years. 60 2,000 years, lust conquered him. So who can play Krishna and remain successful and be successful? Nobody can do that. I don't know if any of us here listened to the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Did you listen? Did you listen to Prabhupada? What he said about lust? What is lust? I'm asking you. Did you listen?
The center force of this universe.
Huh?
The central force of this universe.
The center for?
Shackles.
Yes. That is no. Thank you. We're very close, but what I'm looking for is different from what he said. Thank you. Thank you. Did anyone listen carefully to the purport? Have you ever listened to this verse on your own, peacefully, and discover what is really lost? It is a common word which we use every day as devotees. It's a common word. And it's also something which is tormenting every one of us. So it must be a concern. So Krishna is speaking for our benefit. For our benefit, Arjuna asked the question. For our benefit, Krishna is giving answer. Have we listened to this verse, not today, before this time, carefully, and understand what is lost, what the lost is actually doing? Huh? Anyone have lost listening? Huh? I'm asking you, have you actually listened to this slok individually, personally, and have some introspection to understand what is lost? This verse in particular, especially what Prabhupada said, here in the translation and also in the purport. Thus, the wise living entity's pure consciousness, our pure consciousness, is what? Covered by this eternal enemy, not enemy, and eternal enemy. Lust is eternal enemy because what? Lust is the eternal pure love of Godhead. If it is transformed, it's also an enemy until it is cured. So look at the word carefully, eternal enemy. Because it is originally pure love of Godhead, which is original. Pure love of God is eternal, it's original. That is our relationship with Krishna, that of love. When there's a transformation, it also turns a different thing, and it will also carry the remnant to the power that the original has. Therefore, it is considered here the eternal enemy in the form of lust, which is lust is never satisfied. Just as fire cannot be put out by incessant pouring of fuel. So what we do in the material world here is a continuous offering of fuel to the fire, to the lust. Look at every activities in this material world is pervaded by lust. We are motivated to work. Why? It's lust. All of our activities in this material world, it is conducted by lusty energy. Yes. A man is doing so many sinful activities. For what? To get a big car for lust. By buying the car, what is motivating us to buy the car is lust. What is motivating us to get a house is lust. Our activities which we perform, it is motivated by lust. Our dealings is based on lust. All our dealings is based on lust. And after getting the house, what is next? Huh? After getting the house, what is next? Why? Which is Lost. It is lost. You never see a house without a wife inside. So it is called house holder. Who is holding a house? Who is holding the house? The wife. The woman sends you to go and work outside. It's the woman who sends you to go and work outside, not you. It's not you. Don't be foolish to think that I'm the boss in the house. You are not the boss in the house. You are the boss in the street. Because you are sent by your wife to go and work and bring the money. You control. How much money do you bring? How much money do you bring? Bring it. And she will control. So everything we do in this material world is conducted by lusty energy of Krishna. Right? Security is what? What is security? To protect my lust. Is to defend my lust. This way, living entities are acting helplessly in lust. So it is important that Krishna is explaining what it is. And Prabhupada explain it more. More in the purport, detail. Our problem is that we don't hear. Those who hear about Krishna, the two things will happen for those who hear. One, all inauspicious things are destroyed if you hear about Krishna. And second, when all inauspicious things are destroyed, it will generate pure love for Krishna in the heart. That we have seen. When all inauspicious things are destroyed, what next? Love of Godhead will appear. That is what we saw throughout our scriptures. Rukmini Devi, she heard about Krishna. What happened? Krishna became planted in her heart. Love of Krishna appeared. Even when there were so many powerful people fighting to get her hand, she wrote a letter to Sisupal, I'm very sorry. My heart has been taken away by Krishna. From hearing. My heart has been taken. So just forget about me. And she told Lord Krishna, the love for you is burning so much in my heart that even if my austerity is not enough for me to get you, I won't think of Brahma, I won't think of Shiva, I won't think of any person. I will extend my austerity till next life until I get you. This is hearing. Inauspicious things are destroyed. Love for Godhead is generated within the heart. This is hearing. So we should try to hear what Krishna is teaching, what his pure devotees are teaching. Because if we will hear, these two things will become our experience, natural experience. Pure love of Godhead must certainly come. Parishad Maharaj, the same thing he said. Yes, you have planted Krishna in my heart. You have planted Krishna in my heart. Therefore, I am now fearless. I don't care for anything because Krishna is here. In the material world, criminals are kept behind bars. Similarly, in universal law principle, the criminals are what? Shackled by lust. So, anyone who is lusty, we should know that we are criminals. And the more the lust is, it also shows how much conditioned we are. It is not a pride. It is not a pride. It is a cause for concern. And we should look into the quality of our practice of Krishna consciousness, so that Krishna will help us to take care of our eternal enemy in the form of lust. Only then one will be peaceful. Will be peaceful. Those who have controlled the senses, they are peaceful. They have concentration. They have focus. Yes. Without this, who feels comfortable with enemy around? How do one feel when we see an enemy before us? How do we feel? This is an enemy. Fearful. 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 Kamsa was informed, Krishna is going to kill you. How did he feel? Let me kill him before he kills me. That became his preoccupation. He's constantly thinking of his enemy, preparing her to kill him. That's how we feel. So here in our situation, we have our enemy which is not identified. That is our problem. We have not identified our enemy. Therefore, Krishna is helping us to know our enemy, and is also giving the solution how to deal with this enemy. Krishna consciousness is a process. We should constantly hear about Krishna, and the enemy will be removed. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way than to take shelter of Krishna, and Krishna will help us to cure the disease which is tormenting everyone in this material world. Krishna consciousness is the solution. Hare Krishna. Comments, questions? Yes, Rishi Kumar Prabhu.
Thank you for the wonderful elucidation of such an important topic. I want to ask that at a personal level, I have experienced that, suppose, for example, I'm traveling in a flight and there is a turbulence. I feel fearful of death. So is fear of death because of excessive lust, because of body consciousness, which is because of lust? Is that the understanding?
Yes, according to this verse, lust has covered our pure consciousness. Therefore, fear is what? Fear is imagination. Something which may or may not happen. That is fear. There is no guarantee that it will happen. And if it happens, for a pure soul, what is death? For a pure soul, what is death? According to Bhagavad Gita 2:20, there is nothing like birth or death for the soul. Because the loss has covered our consciousness, we don't see this. Therefore, what is going to happen? What will happen, even if you are afraid or not afraid. So you don't need to fear. Better to take shelter of Krishna. Then the fear will disappear.
And some of my best japa happens in flight.
Okay. Because of fear. Well, it is good. Therefore, you should take more flights. So you can become Krishna conscious very soon. You can chant 64 rounds every day consciously, and that will make us to become pure devotee very fast. Please take more flights. Yeah, this is our charya step. Whatever facilitates our Krishna consciousness should be accepted. Please take more flight. Yes. It's you. It's you. Your hand is up.
You mentioned that dealing with devotees, it generates lust. So dealing with devotees also generates lust. So if it
Lost.
lust comes like with dealings with devotees also, like you mentioned. Like when we are talking in like dealing with devotees.
No, dealing with devotees will not generate lust. If we are talking something not devotionally, if we are devotees, our discussions will be Krishna conscious. But see, the Krishna conscious will not generate lust. It will generate love.
She's saying that you said that it's motivated by lust. Dealings with devotees.
Yes, all our activities are motivated by lust.
Yes.
Huh? When someone is going to cook in the kitchen and is thinking, I am the best cook in the world, what is that? That is lust. Yes, I want to lead kirtan. I'm going to lead kirtan so that everybody will be clapping hand for me. That is what? It's lust. It's not singing for Krishna. It's lust. So I can get more prestige. I can, yes, more honor, more worship. That is lust. So we should take to Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
In the last line, Prabhupada says that the happiness derived from sense gratification is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoy.
Yes.
So everyone goes into sense gratification,
Yes.
thinking they'll be happy, but they're actually dealing with the ultimate enemy.
Yes.
Ultimate,
Yes.
quite awakening.
Yes. Thank you for
No,
listening
I wanted you to
carefully.
say it.
Yes, that is very good. Yes, that is the illusion that everyone is going through. Huh? What we call enjoyment is suffering, not enjoyment. Why? The enjoyment is activity of the soul, not the body. Everything we consider to be enjoyment in this material world is the body, not the soul. So that is lost. And everyone thinks like that. Let me enjoy my life. I want to enjoy my life. You want to enjoy your life? Do you know what is life? That is not known. So everybody thinks this body, this is body. And then when you see two sinful people coming together to encourage each other in their sinful activities, what do they do? Huh? What do you call it? Cheers. Encouraging each other to go to hell. Yes. No problem. I'm going to hell. You're going to hell. Let's go together peacefully. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Let's go together. Ignorance. That's ignorance. Yes, Rob. Hare Krishna.
You mentioned that lust is pure love transformed. So, is someone who is very lusty has a more chances to develop more love, or it has nothing to do with that love of God?
We mentioned that the more lusty we are, the most conditioned we are. It means we are far away from the reality. Not that if I'm too lusty, then I'm closer to Krishna. We are not close to Krishna. We are far away from Krishna. The lesser the lust is, the nearer we are to Krishna. So we can check our progress in Krishna consciousness by how much we are replacing our lust with love. And that process, devotees are not looking to it. the process. We are too much philosophically. We are not going to the emotions to understand exactly the feelings about the reality. This is missing. You see, many dryness what the devotees, instead of the joys which is in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, the joys which is in this, we are not going into that. We are just going for the external, licking the honey on the body of the bottle. It's not honey. Honey may have dropped there, but that is not honey that will satisfy one. The real honey is inside the bottle, not on the body of the bottle. So we should check ourselves. If my loss is reducing or it is increasing, right? Yayati would have been the first person to attain pure love of Godhead. Yayati, he would have been the first person to get pure love of Godhead. If by lust one is more closer to Krishna, Yayati would have been the first, number one devotee before anyone else. Yeah, he was very lusty and he was feeding the lust. When he was cursed, instead of him to take the curse very nice as an advantage. Oh, I'm still young and my wife is so young. What is this? Please help me to reduce the curse. And shamelessly is going to ask the young children, can you exchange the youth for me? It's a shameless dealings. A fortunate person will say, yeah, thank you. When the money was cut, stay one place, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. This is very good for me. So I'm free to travel and preach Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada also said the same thing. The parent of my disciple cursed me. It's very nice for me. She's happy. So we should be happy. All right. Yes. Last question before we go. Sorry.
But they were mentioning how two things we get from hearing about Krishna. So my question is even though we want these qualities, what is I understand that we are not hearing because of this, because we don't get these two qualities. What is the reason that we are not hearing? Even though we want these two qualities, but still we are not able to get what is the reason?
The noise of sense gratification is too loud in our consciousness. The Supersoul is speaking all the time. And the Supersoul is the closest person to anyone. The closest person is the Supersoul. And is the last person that we hear. But we seem to hear from external people who are very far above us. External. But the Supersoul is right in the same place with us. We don't hear the Supersoul talking. Why? Sense gratification noise is too loud in our consciousness, so we don't hear. Our process of Krishna consciousness is to help reduce the volume, not increase it. It's to reduce the volume of sense gratification. Therefore, we have been restricted to certain things just to tune down the volume of sense gratification. And at the same time, we are trying to find a way to come back to the same thing. In China, they have tofu prepared like a fish, like chicken. What is the idea of that? What is the consciousness of that? We still have taste for the meat. His Holiness Kamsa Maharaj, he got angry to see devotees. They prepared the tofu, and then they started making it material with and put a stick and make it like meat. Eh?
Like barbecue.
Yes. So he thought, what is this? we are being prepared to give our sense gratification. We are still finding a way to bring it back. When are we going to be devotees? When the consciousness is still there. Actually, that's what you see. When you look at some devotees, you still see our Christianity background, you see our Hindu background in our consciousness. It's still deep inside the consciousness. When you look at devotees, you see all these things. All these things are there in the heart, in the consciousness. You see all these things. It's very disgusting to see, you look at devotees' faces. This is what you see. All nasty things in the consciousness. And externally, come and dress the deity very nicely, come and speak philosophy very nicely, come and cook very nicely. It's pure devotees. But look at our consciousness, how pure it is. How pure is it? We shouldn't cheat ourselves. Let us not cheat ourselves. The principles are given to us for our benefit. Let us take it as it is. Don't twist it. No milk. During Chaturmasya, there is a month for not taking milk. Devotees will put rice inside the milk and take it. It is no more milk. It is rice milk. What are these? You think you are very intelligent. Very dangerous consciousness. It looks like nothing, but I'm telling you, it is a very, very dangerous mentality. Meaning, our crooked mentality, it is still there, it's not going. So you see, many devotees, okay, I'm not physically breaking principle, but they are going to the net. What is that? What is that? Devotees are going to the net to look for, how do you call it? Porn. Devotees, initiated devotees are doing that. What is this? Who forced you to be a devotee? Is anyone sitting here forced to be here? Why are we cheating ourselves like this? Why? We have made our own choice to come here. Why can't we just do the right thing? Why are we still going this way, that way, trying to bring back the same thing? They have a group that they feel comfortably doing this thing together. And in the morning they come and see Guru's face. Jai Guru, Jai Gurudev. But the consciousness is different. They are not a Guru worshipper, they are hero worshippers. Hero worshippers, you will not make advancement because we are not trying to change. A chance for us to change is given, but we don't want to take the mercy. We're still holding on to our sanctification. Therefore, we will not hear. We will not hear. Politics will not make us to hear because it is material. Politics will make us not to have affection for each other. Our dealings will not be cordial. Our dealing is mechanical. So how can we hear what all these heavy contaminations of consciousness? How will we hear? You cannot hear. The Prabhupada said sincerity and intelligence. The devotees will be sincere and intelligent. Then Krishna consciousness will be possible. Srimad Bhagavad Gita cities ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please excuse me for my offenses. Vanchakalpatarabhyascha. Kripa sandhivavacha patitanam pavinebhyo vaishnavyo namo namaha.